Welcome, retirees, your families, friends, and colleagues. Welcome to my favorite event and one of the most important events of the year in the Hartford School District, the annual Hartford Education Association Hartford School Board Retirement Reception. This year, we honor several retirees with service ranging from 18 to 42 years, altogether totaling 365 years of service to the Hartford School District. This year, we will hear from the retiree's current administrator about their service, their commitment, and their contributions to the school district. Rest assured, your time in the Hartford School District will be remembered for a long, long time. We are all so appreciative for everything you have done. The late nights pulling together the final touches on a new lesson plan, the field trips, the projects, the concerts, plays, award ceremonies, parent-teacher conferences, but most of all for being there, for every child, for every parent, for every need. I personally will miss each and every one of you. You have each brought something special to the district and left a permanent mark. Since we cannot be together in person this year, we have created this video for you to watch and to keep forever. Please understand that just because we cannot be together, it does not diminish the gratitude that we all feel for the work you have done. To have known you and to have witnessed your dedication and service that you have provided for all these years. We celebrate you with our personalized tributes. Let them be a remembrance of all you have accomplished in your service to the children of the Hartford School District. And on behalf of all of us in the district, and from the bottom of my heart, let me say thank you, Rick, Reed, John, Susan, Nancy, Marcia, Kathy, Rebecca, Dan, Heather, Leroy, Betty, Roberta, and Lynn.
Hi, this is Nancy Russell from the Hartford School Board. I want to send congratulations and best wishes for all you retirees, from the administrators, the paras, the teachers, and the principals. We thank you for all that you have done for our children. We wish you the best of luck and enjoy your retirement. Hope to see you around town soon.
Good afternoon. I am pleased today to speak on behalf of John Grobe at the Hartford School District Annual Retirement Ceremony. John has been a teacher at Hartford High School for 32 years. During that time, he has taught just about every course that the English department has offered, and he's even created a few. He's also coached multiple sports, as well as officiated. All that to say that John has been a fixture on our campus for those 32 years. John and I came into Hartford High School in the Hartford School District, I think, in the same year. And I've enjoyed watching him over these years. It's not uncommon to walk by his classroom and to hear laughter. John's mixing with his students. And in that shared experience, I know his students understand that he cares deeply for them. John, we wish you the best in your retirement. We know that you'll have fun wherever and whatever you're doing. Take care, and congratulations on 32 years in the Hartford School District.
Hello there. My name is Doug Heavysides, and I am the proud director of the Hartford Area Career and Technology Center. And I use that adjective proud in describing my job for a lot of reasons, but arguably the biggest reason is that I simply get to work with incredible people, incredible educators. People like Leroy Martell, who after 20 years of being the computer science teacher here is retiring after this school year. And so I spent a lot of time kind of thinking about what I was going to say about Leroy on this video tribute to honor him, and really just started thinking about, what makes Leroy so incredible? Because he really is an incredible human and an incredible educator. And I came up with a few things before asking my teammates to kind of chime in. And the stuff that I came up with was just simply, Leroy's love of his job and love of his students, and his ability to build meaningful relationships with them. He really epitomizes the kids don't care what you know until they know what you care kind of slogan. And within minutes of being in his classroom, through his demeanor, his tone, his sincerity, students just know that he cares. He cares about them, cares about their lives. He cares about their future, about their success, and about the curriculum that he's delivering to them. He believes in it, and they know that. Also, Leroy's sense of humor is hard to beat, and his love of telling a good story. Granted, often without an end in sight, but his love of a good story is also endeared him to his students and teammates alike. But when I really think about what makes him such a good human and educator, the most notable characteristic I think that Leroy possesses is his sincere and natural reaction to hearing or learning that one of his teammates or one of his students is struggling or facing a challenge in his or her life. His natural reaction is just to help and pray. And certainly over the 20 years, Leroy has done a lot of both for students and teammates alike. And, that has certainly been noticed and felt here. So, indeed, I don't know how many computers Leroy has built on his own time for students, from the cast-offs, when computers come out of the rotation replacement schedule of the district, they go to Leroy's program and he saves them and he takes them apart. But Leroy has always taken those and rejuvenated them, rebuilt them, and passed them out to kids. And so they could have one at their home, so their family could have one, so they could have access and improve their learning and improve their experience. And I think, again, he's probably done that hundreds of times, if not close to 1,000 over his 20 years here. And so for me, that's what endears Leroy to me when I think about honoring him. And I asked our teammates, what it was, if they could just share a word or a phrase when they thought of Leroy as an educator or a teammate, and kind of here's what they said. And I kind of put them all together into, clumped them together into some sentences, but here's what they said. And I'm honored to share, their thoughts with you all in regards to Leroy. Leroy, you are a super geek with geek wisdom and a trivia boss. Now, on the outset, you might say, "Well, oh, geez, that was kind of harsh." But make no mistake, Leroy loved those labels, being the computer science teacher, and that those kind of represent him well. Leroy is dedicated, to say the least, and how is that really shown? Is that Leroy drove an hour and 15 minutes one way to work every day to work here at the Hartford Tech Center for 20 years. And that in itself is admirable. And then to get here and just do what he did as an educator is, again, what endeared him to his students and our teammates. And then lastly, here's just kind of a list of words to describe Leroy. That Leroy has an easy smile, is gentle, is accepting, encouraging, genuine, considerate of others, humorous, incredibly kind, a gentleman, a role model on how to be a good human, and helpful. So, Leroy, thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of our team and serving the students of this region as an educator here at the Hartford Tech Center. We're going to miss you, bless you, and enjoy your retirement.
Hello, I'm Tristan Upson, the principal of the Hartford Memorial Middle School, and I am fortunate today to share with you about Heather Cleveland. When I started trying to plan what to share with all of you about Heather Cleveland, I considered a song, as Heather is the queen of the goodbye songs at HMMS. But given I do not have Heather's talent, I rejected that as painful rather than honoring. And after 20 years as the assistant principal at HMMS, Heather certainly deserves to be honored. Heather has always been a positive presence at the middle school. She can be counted on for a smile, and her cheery disposition puts students, staff, and families at ease. Heather's meticulous attention to detail has been an asset to the middle school, and she holds herself to high standards in everything she does. She is willing to help with whatever she is asked and tries to greet each day and each new experience with enthusiasm. I have certainly been fortunate to work alongside Heather for so long. One of my fondest memories at HMMS is of going to the Best Summer Institute after my first year teaching. Heather led a group of us at the Institute in developing plans for our bullying prevention program. For those of you who have been to BEST or other such professional development, you know that while they are a ton of learning and work, they are also fun and a wonderful chance to get to know colleagues in a different way. We had a great week, and it was because of Heather's leadership while we were there. I formed bonds with colleagues in that week that have lasted the last 15 years. Heather has also been such a positive influence on so many people over the past 20 years. There are students, many of whom struggled to connect with other adults during their time at HMMS, who will still drop in to see Heather regularly. And the same can be said for colleagues who have moved on or retired. Heather's office is frequently filled with people who have stopped in to connect, catch up, and share their news. This is a testament to the bond she has made with students and colleagues alike over the years. Heather is a kind, compassionate, and thoughtful person. She has boundless energy. I am very excited that she will now have the time to engage that energy in new ways now that she will no longer need to spend 3 hours a day in her car commuting as she has for the last 20 years. Now she'll be able to take her cute little convertible on more fun drives and explore new roads and pathways. Heather, I wish you a wonderful next chapter and the best of everything in the future.
Fierce, dedicated, fun, passionate, humble, blunt, hilarious, professional, organized, Roberta Giroux. It is impossible to sum up the profound impact that Roberta has had on the Dothan Brook community. In reality, I do not think that I truly know yet. I am bracing myself for the chorus of, "Oh, Roberta did that," echoing through the hallways as we discover how much Roberta worked quietly behind the scenes in the names of student and staff alike. I want to pause because many of you are stunned that I said quietly and Roberta in the same sentence. Roberta's beautiful, gregarious personality is anything but quiet, with her one-liners. It's not the 70s anymore. Just remember, every test is a reading test. Outspoken advocacy, expressive read-alouds, and hilarious, snappy, but always on point responses. With all that said, Roberta never advertised or looked for recognition for all the small things that she did to connect with and support staff in quiet, behind-the-scenes ways. Roberta was always able to make connections with some of the school's most challenging and at-risk kids, helping them to see DBS as a safe place and her as their trusted confidant. Roberta has become a school mom and informal mentor to many of our new to the profession teachers, helping them to navigate the personal and professional stressors of starting a new career. She organized the Friday food bag program to make sure that kids had healthy and nutritious food over the weekends. During the closure, she went above and beyond by creating individualized manipulative kits for students and spent time with parents coaching them on how to use them effectively. She organized EST into a well-oiled machine and went above and beyond by completing a file review on every kid to provide the team with a thorough history of their successes and challenges. Ding! What? I think I got a message. Hang on, just wait 1 second. Roberta, it's from Puppy. He has a few thoughts that he would like to share with you. Let me read. I'm just going to read from Puppy for 1 moment. Hi, Mrs. Giroux. I'm going to miss you so much. No one can bring me to life like you. You are amazing. I have seen firsthand how the kids' eyes light up when you work with them. They sit on the edge of their seats and hang on every one of your words. They love reading, math, and learning because of the passion that you model for them. In addition, some kids have whispered into my ear that the relationship that they created with you helps them come to school every day. You will always be in my puppy heart, and your legacy will live on in their hearts and minds of every child that had the pleasure of working with you. With love, Puppy. Roberta, I'm naming you an Otter Emeritus. Best of luck in your retirement. We will all miss you so much. Rebecca Lallier is a school counselor, but that is like describing the Mona Lisa as a painting. It just does not do justice to the transformative beauty, complexity, and depth that each of them brings to this world. Rebecca means so much more to the Dothan Brook School than a title can describe. She is the person that staff, students, and families turn to in their most challenging moments. She is a tenacious advocate for students and families. She gets on the floor and connects with children. No matter how challenging or uncomfortable, she has frank and honest conversations with children and adults that help them to grow into better people. She knows when to lean into a situation and be there as a compassionate ally. She speaks truth to power, and power listens. She is a friend. She is a trusted confidant. She is an otter. The community, staff, and students owe so much to Rebecca's creative, passionate, ethical, and courageous leadership. Without a doubt, I would not be the leader that I am today without Rebecca's blunt and constructive advice. Dothan Brook School is a very special place. Rebecca, your words and actions have made DBS the special place that it is today. We would not be who we are without you. Otters are caring, responsible, and safe. CSR defines every aspect of what makes DBS great, and you were the catalyst for that change. We care for each other. You model compassion and are often a voice for children and adults when they cannot find their own, and ourselves too. We are resilient today because of the coaching that you did yesterday. You have helped us to learn how to be brave, strong, and proud. We are safe and responsible for what we say and do. Rebecca, you taught us, kids and adults alike, to be safe and responsible through your lessons on friendship, conflict resolution, personal safety, and so much more. Rebecca, you helped to paint a beautiful masterpiece at the Dothan Brook School, and that legacy lives on in each of the parents, kids, and staff who had the honor of spending time with you. We will miss you dearly, but will grow to new heights because of the solid foundation that you helped to build.
Reed Burris, congratulations on your retirement. I'm so happy for you, for Lois, and your family. Thank you for dedicating 33 years to the Hartford School District and our community. You have impacted the lives of hundreds of students. As a special educator and then an interventionist, you've helped our students make academic gains, but more importantly, you've helped them gain confidence. Reed, you're a gracious gentleman. You're consistently kind, supportive, and understanding. You're non-judgmental, and you see the good in all people. Not only have you gone above and beyond at WRS, you volunteer at your church and at the Listen Center serving meals. Your sincere desire to improve the lives of students by helping them to become successful, competent readers allows them to develop a love of reading. Your decades-long passion for selecting just right and much coveted forever books through the Reading is Fundamental program is a testament to this. You've dedicated countless hours pouring through library catalogs to order books that you know our kids will love. And boy, do they love Riff Days, even our hardest to reach students. The fact that you are willing to stand outside in hot sun, cold rain, and everything in between for a full day on Route 5 each year to collect coins for Riff, alongside our good friends from the American Legion Post 84, is another testament to your dedication. Your quiet and steady, yet persistent demeanor has been a perfect match for our students, those for whom reading does not come easily. Your students know that you care. and they feel safe to make mistakes during your lessons. You are a master at redirecting, repeating, respecting, and above all, encouraging your students. You've been as consistent and steady with your colleagues as you pour through data and evidence of learning to develop instructional plans to keep our students motivated and engaged. You've been a constant support for your colleagues and a wonderful resource through all of the LSB woes. But above all, you've been our friend, and how lucky we are to call you our friend. Wishing you, Lois, Gregor, Sam, and Lucy the happiest future. May you enjoy the company of one another and many, many more walks on the shores of Cape Cod. Reed, you'll be missed. Congratulations, Betty, on your retirement. Thank you for dedicating 20 years to the Hartford School District. I'm so glad that in the end you landed at White River School. You've always been one of the first people to arrive in the morning, and you always come inside with a smile. You're among the most thoughtful and sentimental people that I've known, and you're loved and appreciated by students, their parents, and your colleagues. Thank you for being a constant cheerleader for children and for always noticing when a child needs a caring and safe adult to show some TLC. You're a true champion for all children, especially those with special needs. You're as thoughtful with your colleagues, always remembering birthdays and other special events. Your love of all things tropical is contagious. I can't see the color turquoise without thinking of you. In retirement, your summers will feel longer and you can travel to warmer climates when you choose to without having to follow school vacation schedules and the price hikes that go with it. You will no longer need a recess duty jacket or recess duty boots. You will no longer need to check the wind chill on the weather board or a hot cup of coffee before and after recess duty. Yay. Betty, you're among the most resilient and strong people that I've known, and you inspire me and those around you because you still show your big, beautiful smile, even on the hardest of days. You are a living example of choosing optimism. You're masterful at making lemonade when life hands you lemons. Always remember how strong you are. Thank you for being there for hundreds of kids all these years, Betty, and for providing comfort to so many children who knew that no matter how many lemons their lives were handing them, Mrs. Prime would be there to help them make lemonade cheerfully and without judgment. The kids knew that if they needed help learning, they could ask Mrs. Prime, and if they needed a soft place to land where someone would hold their hand and hug them, they could get that from you too. We all wish you the happiest days ahead, Betty, and a much-deserved retirement. You'll be missed. Nancy, congratulations on your retirement. Thank you for serving the Hartford School District for 30 years. I know that you haven't always worked in pre-K, but I wonder how many shoes you've tied over the years. How many tissues you've handed out and insisted that they get used. How many boo-boos you've helped kids handle. Your pre-K students and their parents have always appreciated your kind and caring hands as they leave their child at the pre-K door. You've likely helped more parents than students with separation anxiety. Your talent as a quilter is exceptional, and your generosity in bringing new quilts in each season to decorate our lobby, office, and staff room is so appreciated. You've also donated your beautiful quilts to benefit our PTA, which is really unbelievable. I truly hope that in retirement, you will open your own Etsy shop, as we've talked about many, many times. Your creativity is more appreciated than you realize. As much as we've enjoyed and appreciated your sharing of quilts, It doesn't compare to your generosity in Pi Day and for celebrating your clean bill of health with us by baking for us. Oh my, how excited we got for Pi Day. However, when Bob, also known as Big Orange Bowl, showed up, I would find myself thinking, how did she know that today is the perfect day for Bob? Your sharing of cookies on Bob Days always created a happy buzz in the building, and people would do whatever they could to get to the staff room and snag a treat from the Bob. Nancy, you're a fighter and you're resilient. I'm so happy that you are healthy and that you have so many happy years ahead of you to sew, bake, quilt, and above all, to enjoy your family. Ryerson is one lucky boy to have you as his Grammy. Nancy, you will be missed. Marcia, you made it. Happy retirement. Thank you for dedicating 28 years to the Hartford School District. I'm so glad that you were assigned to the White River School. As I reflect on the years we worked together, a few things really stand out to me. Your love of literature, kids and adults, your love of travel and experiencing other cultures, your willingness to help. It is so common to hear, "What do you need?" Or, "I can move this around and then I can be there to help with whatever needed doing." Your love of learning, nothing is boring to you. You find all things and people interesting. Marcia, thank you for the many family book groups that you coordinated and facilitated. You put many hours into selecting books that would bring families together to enjoy a great story and then have a meaningful dialogue about it. You've also gone above and beyond to increase your knowledge base in an effort to support students more effectively. From Orton Gillingham to Lori Silvas' trainings, you were among the first to ask to participate and learn. As the long-time early morning office assistant, you are often the one to catch the weirdest phone calls from parents. I giggle when I recall the countless times parents called when there was a 2-hour delay to inquire what time school was starting. Your response went something like this: "What time do you normally bring your daughter to school?" 7:45. "Okay, add 2. Parent: "So 9:45? You: "Yes, 7 plus 2 equals 9. I'll refrain from discussing some of the very detailed messages that you heard upon arrival that land in the too much information category. We had many laughs and giggles in those early morning hours before students and staff arrived. Marcia, my wish for you is that you'll have endless cups of chai tea to drink, a stack of books at your side, and endless time to dig in and read them for as long as you want to. And oh yes, plenty of travel. Congratulations, Marcia. Enjoy your retirement, and you'll be missed."
Hello, I'm here to talk about Sue Fosdick, who's retiring from OQS this year. Here at OQS, when you mention Sue's name, you first think, "Oh, you mean that amazing, beloved by all first grade teacher?" And then you think, flamingos. Why? Because Sue seems to have a lot of flamingo stuff. I began to wonder, why does she like them so much? So I did a little research to see if they had anything in common. I found out flamingos are large birds that are identifiable by their long necks, stick-like legs, and pink or reddish feathers. Nope, not Sue. Flamingos are what they eat. Well, I don't know what she likes to eat, so I don't think they have that in common. The colony works together to protect each other from predators and to take care of the young. Ah, there we go. Sue is a true collaborator, and as part of the OQS PAC is deeply dedicated to protecting young children and always wanting what's best for them. There is evidence to indicate that the flamingo evolved at least 30 million years ago, perhaps longer. Well, I know for certain that it did not take Sue 30 million years for her to evolve. But I do know that she has been evolving into a master teacher over the past 30 years here in Hartford School District. In fact, 31 years. During that time, Sue has generationally touched the lives of so many children. A child's first experience in school is forever affected and shaped, oftentimes, by their earliest experiences in school and by the relationships they have with their teachers. Sue's ability to connect with every student in a positive and supportive way, no matter what the student may bring to school with them, is truly inspiring. There are students, because of Sue, who have stayed engaged with learning and become better for having had her in their lives, even for a short time. Sue makes people, students and staff alike, feel like they matter. It's not unusual to get a visit from Sue daily as she makes her rounds, checking in on people to see how they are doing and to wish them a good day. Her students experience the same care and concern as she always takes time to connect with each one of them on a personal level. Watching Sue teach is like watching an epic movie where at each moment she unveils a little bit more information in a way that unfolds gently and without even knowing it. You've had quite an exciting journey, and no matter how difficult the terrain was, you made it because she was there to support you with encouraging words. Sue has been an incredible contributor to the positive culture of Ottaquiche, often spearheading special celebrations and festivities that honor our staff members, and quietly working behind the scenes, never boasting or taking much credit. She's humble and kind. The example she sets for all of us is a reminder that our students are always watching and learning from our interactions. What do people say about Sue? She's a collaborative team member. Her love of teaching and children is evident in everything she does. She's a passionate educator, a loyal comrade, always willing to listen. She's always laughing and smiling. She's patient, kind, and inspiring as a mentor for young teachers. Thank you, Sue, for inspiring all those you interact with. Your passion, expertise, willingness to try new things, and ability to inspire young minds, giving our students the best academic, social, emotional foundation for which to build the rest of their educational experiences has made a difference in so many students' lives. We will miss your thoughtful ways and wish you all the best in your retirement. Thank you. Hi, I'm here to speak about Lynn Porter, who is retiring from OQS this year. I was searching the internet, because that's what we do now more than ever, searching for a clever and funny quote to start off this speech, when I stumbled upon this saying: reading gives us some place to go when we have to stay where we are. While this anonymous quote is neither clever nor funny, it sure rings true in times like these. I can say for certain that there are hundreds of children who, because of Lynn's efforts and incredible dedication, can read. And because of this, they are not limited in the places they can go, even during a pandemic. Lynn didn't start her career as a teacher. She came to education through the business world. And when Lynn finally realized that teaching was her passion, the world gained a talented educator and lost an award-winning gourmet food establishment, Porter's Piccadilly. I first met Lynn in West Fairleigh, Vermont, where she started her teaching career. As colleagues, we connected quickly, and then years later reconnected in Hartford. Ottaquechee School was lucky enough to scoop her up and keep her here for 18 years. Lynn has not only touched the lives of many, many children, but through her mentorship and colleagueship, she has been most generous with her time and resources. She was often the first one to volunteer for events happening in and around the school, especially ones that promoted reading. The Spelling Bee, the Book Fair, I Love to Read Week, and more. Lunchtime with Lynn always proved to be interesting, as story after alliterative story tumbled forth, accompanied by her infectious laugh. Even to this day, certain phrases from these stories need only to be started before sending everyone who heard the original story into fits of crying laughter. If laughter is the best medicine, well, then Lynn is the cure. What do people say about Lynn? She's friendly, supportive, and has a great sense of humor. There are no limits to her enthusiasm, positive attitude, creative ideas, and pedagogical talent. She's dedicated to improving all students' academic growth. She's always there for her colleagues. She's zealous in her pursuit of building better readers. She really knows her stuff. You can always spot a kid who's worked with Lynn because they show strong reading strategies and techniques. We are grateful to you, Lynn, for helping us find humor where there might not be otherwise, and for helping our students realize they have someplace to go, even when they have to stay where they are, and giving them the tools to do that. All of us here at OQS and in the Hartford School District will miss you greatly and wish you all the best in your retirement.
The Hartford School District congratulates Dan Mapes, special educator at the Wilder School, for 23 years of service.
Hi, Dan. Congratulations on your retirement. I'm really lucky and thankful that we got to work together, even if it was only for a short time. I'll definitely miss having you next door. I'll miss popping in and disrupting whatever's going on. I'll miss reminding you of things that you've forgotten and Roisin asking if you're new here. I wish you all of the best and happy retirement.
Hey, Dan. I'm going to miss you so much at Wilder, not seeing you every day. So I've come up with a brilliant plan. What you need to do is get us a life-size cutout of yourself that we can post around the building during the day. We can move you to the front door, in the kitchen, in the hallway, and of course in the classroom. But that's brilliant, don't you think? The kids will be glad, the staff will be glad to see you. Yeah, so this is what we have to do. I better go write this plan down because I don't want to forget it. I'm getting close to retirement age too. So I'll just end with I love you, I miss you already, and I'll see you around town and around school.
And it's Patty here. I just wanted to say a few words and congratulate you on your retirement. So exciting. And I also just want to say it will certainly be so different without you there in the fall. You're a huge part of our family and you will be so missed.
Hey Dan, I just want to say thank you for your many years of dedication to the Wilder School and its students. I appreciate that you always maintained a positive attitude and kept a smile on your face even when working with some really difficult students in really difficult situations. I know that the Wilder School is a better place for having had you as long as they did, and you're going to be missed there, and I just wish you the best of luck in whatever comes next for you.
Hi, Dan. I know you're retiring, and because I'm the new guy, they gave me a job to do. So they said, Scott, you have to go over and see Dan's boss, and we're going to give you a message. So I'm with your boss, and he has a message for you. So here is your boss, Dan.
You fired forever!
Oh, well, I think in anyone's professional career, you always come across somebody that has a big influence on you, someone you remember your entire career. And that person, hands down, has to be...
Gosh, when I think about Dan and the 23 years here, I think, a good metaphor for his time here is a bookshelf. Not because he built bookshelves and lined his entire classroom with books upon books upon books, which is fantastic. I think about books that would describe his career, that would be about courage and chaos and triumph and tragedy and sweetness and sorrow. And then I think about possible bookends for Dan's career, because the beginning and the end are very non-traditional. And I think the inscription on his bookends would be, the best laid plans of mice and men tend to go awry. So he began his career covering my maternity leave, and we had a great plan to co-teach for a week because my first baby was late, 9 days late. We have plenty of time. Needless to say, he was thrown to the wolves when Austin came 3 days early and had to take over the classroom by himself. The ending of his career is nowhere near the send-off that we would like to give him, and has to be postponed because of this pandemic thing. And so I think it's not the way he wanted to come in. It's certainly not the way we wanted to send him off, but it's been a spectacular time. What a long, strange trip it's been. And I wish you all the luck, and we will send you off in a proper Wilder way as soon as is legally allowed.
Dan, somehow you make one of the hardest jobs in the district seem like a walk in the park, and you do it all with a grin on your face. I deeply admire how much you believe in your kids and you won't give up on them, and love them fully, flaws and all. Thank you for being who you are and being so wonderful to so many kids who desperately needed you. On behalf of all of Hartford School District, thank you for 23 years of service, and congratulations on your retirement. The Hartford School District congratulates Kathy Robbins on 26 years of service.
Hi, Kath. I wanted to thank you for welcoming me in the beginning to White River School. You made me feel like I was part of the staff for years rather than the newbie. And you were always available to answer any of my questions that I had, or listen to me when I needed someone to talk to. I really, really always appreciated that kindness you showed me in the beginning at White River School. And I was lucky enough to have worked with you closely for all of those years.
Hey Kathy, when I heard that your retirement is going to happen a little sooner than I expected, I was sad. Sad for us, but really happy for you that you feel ready for this next step on your journey. I will really miss your pragmatic approach to the work we do together. And I'll miss your flexibility. I mean, how many different assessment places did we ask you to use at Dothan Brook alone? But mostly what I'll really miss is the eloquent and compassionate way you share information with families so that we can really best help their children. We will miss you. And I personally look forward to when Tucker Box is open again so our paths can cross there. Be well.
Hi, Kathy. I just want to send a quick thank you for everything that you've done this year in helping me in so many ways feel welcomed at Hartford and be supported by your knowledge and expertise. It is just astounding me how much you know and how much you have been able to offer the special ed department at Hartford. And I just really appreciate it. I just wish you the best of luck this summer, and I'm glad that I'll get to continue to work with you next fall, even if it's in a smaller capacity.
Kathy has been my work roommate for about 2 years, and she's always supportive and generous and thoughtful, and always has some words of strength and wisdom, and just kind of takes everything in stride, and she's been a really great roommate to have. Love you, Kath.
Hey, Kathy, you see those irises? Those irises are in pre-bloom. And I'm thinking maybe that's a little bit like pre-retirement. Those irises are from you, and I'm thinking pre-retirement in 2020 was a brilliant idea on your part. Hope retirement goes really well for you. Thank you so much for everything you've done since I've known you. Second opinions, evaluations of special Ugandan teenagers, delicious food at potlucks, all those good things. Keep up doing lots of good things as you retire, and we'll still look forward to seeing you.
Kathy, I wish you all of the best in your faux retirement, and I'm so glad you're going to be around for another year because your snark adds so much to Tenny House, and it would be greatly missed. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you. All the best.
Congratulations, Kathy, on your retirement. I am so very happy for you. You have always said that this job is your dream job, and perhaps that is why you have always given it much more than the job has required. I suspect, however, that that's just who you are. It has been such a joy working alongside of you. Your expertise and professionalism have been inspirational, to say the least. And I know I, for one, have been a better educator because of the person that you are. My wish for you, as you head into this new chapter of your life, is that you would remain true to who you are, that you would give what's ahead your all, and that you would enjoy every moment of it. Fortunately for us, we don't have to say goodbye at this time because you're not going too far. But I just wish you all the best.
Kathy, thank you so much for all you've done to build a strong special education department at the Hartford School District. Your advocacy skills for students with disabilities has been inspiring, and the wealth of knowledge that you have and share with all of us on any day is just amazing. I know it's not goodbye because we'll get to see you part-time next year, but on behalf of all of the Hartford School District, thank you for your years of service and congratulations on your retirement. The Hartford School District is proud to congratulate Rick Clavel, an extraordinary human being and educator, for an impressive 42 years of service. Rick began his teaching career in the Hartford School District in 1979. He has since built countless lifelong relationships with families and across the Upper Valley community. Rick is the type of colleague and teammate we all hope to have. He's loyal, reliable, selfless, dedicated, and always up for some fun. Rick has a heart of gold. Without a doubt, they just don't make them like Rick anymore. He is truly one of a kind. There is no question that Rick's most admirable trait is his love for his students. Teaching them about the world, or employment skills, or singing with them so obviously brings him pure joy. When it comes to building genuine and meaningful relationships with students, Rick is the example we should all follow.
Hey, hey, it's another day. Hey, hey, and I'm on my way. Hey, hey, everything's alright. Hey, hey, and everything's okay. Break it down now. Break it down now. Break it down. Break it down now. Sometimes the sky is blue. Sometimes the sky is gray. But when the rain falls down, the sky's still beautiful anyway. It's another day. Hey, hey, and I'm on my way. Hey, hey, everything's alright. Hey, hey, everything's okay. Break it down now. Break it down now. Break it down now. Break it down.
Rick, it has been an honor and a privilege to be your colleague. Your profoundly positive impact on the hundreds of kids you've worked with over the past 4 decades is truly inspiring. On behalf of all of HSD, thank you for your work and congratulations on your retirement.
Two, three.
We've done this one before. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
The bestest friend in the world, yeah.
And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.